soul ignited and burns as a flame, turns all to ash with its village to blame.
Hey friends, it's Jasmine, and I hope that you all have been doing well. If you're new to my channel, welcome. I am like a witchy content creator of sorts. You can find all of my links down below. And if you are a returning subscriber, it's good to see you back. I hope that you've been doing well. Thank you for coming back. I want to just kind of jump straight into it. So in today's video, I want to talk about masks. Specifically, masks within a sort of witchcraft, a tradcraft like lens, because I really feel like the use of ritual masks across cultures is such a powerful tool and such a powerful thing. And I feel like the practice of masking, both literally and figuratively, is actually really embedded in witchcraft. And I feel like oftentimes when we think about like witchy tools, I think a lot of us think about things like besoms and cauldrons and athames, but the power that a mask can hold is significant. And in this video, I want to talk about like the literal masks that we can don in a ritual. Of course, there is like glamour magic and like masking ourselves, that metaphorical masking. And I feel like that really deserves its own video. In this video, I really want to talk about like the literal aspect of masking within traditional witchcraft, within my personal practice, and within our coven's practice. So I was kind of inspired to make this video because as I am filming this, we have just had our second harvest Sabbath with the Coven and our invited guests and friends. And one of the aspects of our Coven's ritual was actually masking. All of us at the ritual donned animal masks, and the masks specifically that we wore corresponded to a familiar spirit that we were working with. Every year, we have a specific ritual that we do as a coven in order to have essentially a new working spirit or a new familiar for the coming witches year. And we tend to do this at the third harvest or Samhain. And for that entire year, we are connecting with that familiar spirit, incorporating that familiar spirit in our work, and seeking to learn lessons from this spirit. And I've talked about this on my channel, but the spirit that I was working with this past year was the corvid, the crow, the raven. And like this has been a spirit that I have worked with before, so it wasn't like entirely new for me. But very impactful still. I think there's a reason why, of course, like the craft is often referred to as a crooked path or a spiral path or a crooked spiral path, like whatever, right? And some of that is because we continuously revisit things that often in the past, maybe we thought we've kind of been there, done that, but spirit has a way of kind of showing you no, there's still further and deeper mysteries here. And so my work with the Corvid Mother, who's a spirit detailed actually in my book, Ambrosia's Book of Spirits, which is the expanded spirit codex from Ambrosia's Book of Witchflight right over here, available on Amazon for a little shameless self-promotion. But my book details some of my work with the Corvid Mother. And so I put together a corvid mask and I donned her skin, so to speak, in our second harvest ritual. Of course, there are some aspects of that ritual that I need to keep forth power, not only just in respect of the spirits, but also the other people that were there as well. I am fortunate enough to have some photos that I can include from that ritual here in this video, and I will try to remember to do that. But I want to talk about the use of masks in witchcraft. So let's get into it. Masks in traditional witchcraft rituals often serve multiple purposes. They can be used to conceal the identity of the practitioner, allowing them to take on a different persona or embody a specific spirit. This anonymity can help the practitioner feel more liberated and uninhabited during the ritual, sort of creating this space for the spirit to ride the witch. Masks can also act as a tool to channel energy and focus intention. By wearing a mask, the practitioner might feel more connected to the spirit world, more capable of invoking powers that they seek. The design and symbolism of the mask itself can also play a role, as different shapes, colors, materials can represent various elements, spirits, and energies. In some traditions, masks are believed to have their own inherent power or spirit, which can enhance the effectiveness of the ritual. Overall, the use of masks in witchcraft rituals is deeply rooted in the belief that they can transform, protect, and empower the practitioner to do the work required. Animal masks in rituals can often symbolize qualities and characteristics of the animal spirits that they represent. By wearing an animal's mask, a practitioner can invoke the spirit or essence of that animal, drawing on its strengths and attributes. For example, a wolf mask might be used to embody the cunning and the strength, while a deer mask could symbolize grace and intuition. These masks can also serve as a bridge between the human and the animal worlds, allowing the practitioner to connect more deeply with nature and the spiritual realm. In some traditions, animal masks are used in ceremonies to honor familiar spirits, seek guidance, and request protection. The design of the mask, including its materials and decorations, can hold significant meaning. Things like feathers, fur, and other natural elements might be incorporated to enhance the connection to the animal being represented, also by using tag locks that connect to that animal. Overall, the animal masks are a powerful tool in rituals, helping practitioners to channel specific energies and embody the traits of the animals that they revere. If we look to some historical examples of masks used in a sort of ritualistic setting, we have the Greek theatrical masks, which were used in religious worship, particularly of the wine god Dionysus, and masks allowed people to temporarily suspend their social controls and revel in merrymaking. We have an example of Venetian masks worn during the Carnival of Venice. These masks have been used for centuries to hide the wearer's identity and social status. We also have like death masks, which from the 17th century to the mid 20th century, death masks of famous people were made from wax or plaster of Paris. Skull masks, often associated with funerary rites. Skull masks were sometimes inlaid with mosaics and had holes drilled in the back so they could be hung or worn. We also have totemic masks, which house a spirit, be it maybe an animal or an ancestor. And by wearing them, the belief is that the mask will help the spirit materialize and help us with our communications with the spirit, but also give the spirit an opportunity to enter us, should that be our will. As I am filming this, like I mentioned, it is currently like right after our fall equinox Sabbath, and I will probably be releasing this sometime around the end of October or even early November. I'm not really sure. As always, all of my content goes onto my Patreon first as a perk to those that support me over on Patreon. My link to that is down below in the description. But also, if you liked this video or if you found found any of it to be helpful, give it a like. And if you would like to see more of me in your algorithm, subscribe and hit the bell to stay notified every time that I upload. I really appreciate you all sticking here with me during my rant about masks and witchcraft. We are currently, as you might be able to hear, having like lots of storms rolling in with Hurricane Helen, I believe is the name of this one. We're fine, but please keep those affected by this hurricane in your thoughts. Maybe send some work, donate to some relief efforts. I will try to remember to leave a few of those links of places that you can donate if you would like to help those affected by the hurricane, like in the Carolinas. I will try to remember to like leave a link down below in the description. Here in Indiana, we're mostly having like lots of storms and high winds and some flooding actually from the storm, but overall we're okay. And yeah, so anyway, enough of me rambling. I hope that you've enjoyed this. I hope that you have had a wonderful harvest season. And if there's anything in this video that you would like me to cover more of, feel free to leave a comment down below and let me know. And until next time, blessed be, and I will see you in hell. Bye.